Hey everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new tutorial. Today I'm featuring the new Gina K Designs Be the Rainbow stamp set. And what I'm going to be teaching you today is watercolor stamping. This is such a fun and easy technique which you can do even if you've never watercolored in your life. The beautiful thing about this technique is we're going to let the stamps and the markers that I'm using today do the work. Speaking of the markers, I'm using the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. I've chosen 4 colors because there are 4 stripes in this rainbow. And this is the largest rainbow from the Be the Rainbow stamp set, new from Gina K Designs. Gina K Designs is the brand of the month over at Simon Says Stamp, and this is a really exciting month because all month long Simon's going to be featuring some fun inspiration using Gina K Designs products, as well as an exclusive free gift and of course some fun surprises along the way. So if you love Gina K Designs, be sure to stay tuned all month long for more on that. So basically what you're seeing me do right now is color every stripe in the rainbow with one of the marker colors. Then using a water bottle, I just very lightly spritz the rainbow with just a quick spritz of water, and that's going to get these markers reactivated and a little bit moist so that way they stamp nicely onto our watercolor paper. Now, because these are water reactive, this is why we're getting that great transfer of color onto our watercolor paper. You want to make sure that when you're doing this technique, you're using a water-based marker, which the Zig Clean Color markers are. And because they're also water-based, I can come back in on my craft sheet and use that marker that I scribbled onto the craft sheet to pick it up and fill in any spots of the rainbows that I feel like need a little bit more coverage. Because we're using watercolor paper, it is a textured paper, so which means the stamping isn't going to always be perfect. So by coming back in with that same marker color and going over those stripes with my paintbrush, I'm getting that really nice filled in effect. And you don't have to do this. You could leave them textured the way they are because that also looks really cool. But this fills it in really nicely and gives you a much smoother color. And the best part is this is already stamped, so you know exactly where to apply the color. When we colored the stamps and stamped those rainbows onto our paper, all of that created this watercolor effect. And then we're just coming back in and going over top of those stripes, filling everything in. So we already have a guide for where we need to add our watercoloring. So no matter if you are a seasoned watercolorist or you've never picked up a watercolor brush before, this is an easy technique that you can do too. In the Be the Rainbow stamp set, there is a cloud stamp. I've stamped this 3 times onto my watercolor paper, and I'm going to fussy cut these clouds out. And I'm going to fussy cut them so that you don't see the outlines. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut each of these clouds out so that they're perfectly white with no outline. I thought this would look really nice with these rainbows and add a little bit of dimension to this background. You'll notice on the background I did add some polka dots using my Finetec gold watercolors. And onto the clouds, I'm painting a little bit of the Lawn Fawn liquid Stardust. This is just a clear, glittery medium, and this is going to give my clouds some really nice sparkle and shine. On some black cardstock, I'm stamping a sentiment from the Be a Rainbow stamp set, and I'm going to emboss this with Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. Once I've added the embossing powder, I'll go ahead and heat set this off camera, and I'll fussy cut out the sentiment so that I can pop it up off of my card. The clouds, like I said earlier, are going to be on the background just for some dimension, so I used a layer of foam tape for each of those, and then the sentiment is popped up with 2 layers of foam tape for just a little bit more pop, and that really helps separate things here on the card. For a final bit of embellishing, I used some sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. These are the sparkling clear mix, and I'm attaching these down around certain areas of the card, tucking some of them around the clouds or behind them, and this really helps create some nice layer and also enhances that shine. It really gives a magical feel to the background. The final step for putting this card together is to add a little bit of foam tape to the back side of the panel, and I will put this onto a card. This is a 5 1/4 by 6 1/4 inch card. So this is a fairly large sized card, but I really love the larger size. It really helps the background stand out, and I think it's so cute and so sparkly. Such a great way to use this stamp set because there's a lot of great uplifting sentiments in this set, and you get those fun rainbows to add some color and brightness to somebody's day. Now I hope that today's video inspired you to try out this watercolor stamping technique on your own, because this is such a great way to get introduced into watercoloring. You have the ability to create those watercolor effects without having the pressure of needing to do it all by hand, and you get some fantastic results with very little effort. Be sure to stop by our blog to get more information on this card, including still pictures and products used. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will be back again soon with more to share. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye!